Hello, everybody. Welcome back for another week of Blood Bowl. Sorry for being out last week. I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving break. And yeah, we're just gonna jump right in today. We're already behind enough, and I got some things I need to do this evening before I start working again tomorrow. So we're just gonna jump right into it. No faffing about, as they say in other parts of the world, not this one. We're gonna start with the first game tonight. It is the Grin and Git Stompas versus the Pointy-Eared Bandits. It's my team versus kind of one of my favorites right now, so a little conflicted here. Now, what I did do, because I was out last week, is I have gone ahead and decided to basically forgive all injuries for everybody. Not lingering ones. Lingering injuries are still a thing, but like everybody is at full strength for this week. And I've decided to go ahead and award everybody bonus winnings regardless of what happens today. So everyone gets a little bit of a boost before we hit playoffs. Dark Elf. There we go. My brain shut down for a second there. What do we want to play this time? I don't even remember what field we used last time. I think we used the pirate ship last time. You know what? It's cold outside. It's not quite snowy, but it's cold for this part of the world outside. So let's do that. Kick it off. Fairly even in terms of team value. I'm just slightly ahead. So hopefully this should be a good game. All right. Let's do this. Talking about playoffs, for those of you in the Discord, I do have somewhat of a poll up on how you guys would like to see playoffs happen in terms of how many games we play. So please vote on that if you haven't already. What I will say for sure is that we'll be handling playoffs. Like when you go into playoffs, that team is the way it's going to stay. The only thing we're going to carry over from game to game at that point is going to be deaths. We're not going to worry about injuries. There's just too much to do, especially if we're going to be doing multiple games per series. So all of this has been building up your team for playoffs. We're going to start this game off here with, looks like the Orcs receiving the ball first. Dark Elves are already in the backfield, but you're going to be dealing with Morgsla. Ought to be an interesting one. I feel like we're moving a little slow here. Is it just me? I don't know. Morgsla goes down. Gutfang's now ended up with the ball. There's plenty of Dark Elves to go around. Morgan Hairbrain's getting knocked down. Illuminati trying to scoop it up. Shotgun Troll is unfortunately very stupid. He was not on the front line, I don't think. Sharpicus Fangier has it, but spikes the ball. The only one there. Spikes the ball, immediately knocking him out. Ball is now in the hands of Illuminati. Lots of green skins around Illuminati. Can he get some space here? His support is kind of dwindling now. Ball is down. Just making sure we're not on, like, player control. There is not. Looks like an Apothecary was used back there for Count Echo. I don't even know who was hitting him. Morg, the team captain, has it. Going head-to-head with Pointus Maximus, the team captain for the Dark Elves. Gonna knock him down. The Erminator going down to Morg's Hairbrains, giving Morg some room to run. But he does have a few Dark Elves. Oh my god. It's immediately injuring this Witch Elf here. Ooh. Strip ball coming into play there from the Whisper Reaper 2.0, knocking the ball out of Morg's hands. Morgan's Hairbrains is going to grab it and go for it, and he's going to make it. That's a touchdown. I need like a little notepad. An actual like pen, because I want to keep track of like when we're scoring, if they are offensive or defensive, because that was kind of like a rare offensive score for us. Looks like the only permanent change is that witch elf who has a pinched nerve. Oh, it's taking a drink of coffee. Oh god, Elfbow's dead. Gutfang has ended up with it. The orcs are out here to play today. Something is happening with Van Irish and Borg here, I think. They're both kind of locked in animations. Submar getting the kill on Elfbow there. Pointus Maximus is down with a fractured leg. Uh-oh. Well, we've seen the Dark Elves take a severe beating before and still come out on top, so we'll see what happens. I think this is kind of holding things up here, but other players are still moving. Gutfang picks it up and is going to run with it. Nobody in front of him. That's going to be another touchdown for the Orcs. Looking at the schedule ahead of us, we got some really good games today. We got this one, and then right after that, we got the two Nurgle teams finally going head to head. We got the Lizardmen versus the Skaven, classic matchup there. Right, the Irminator is going to take the ball first, and he immediately gets it past half field. So good on you, Dark Elves, for actually doing something. They're not having this yet. Oh, they've got some space, but they ran out of movement. Now he's got to deal with Chuck at a Troll and a Rock Crack in really dangerous territory there. Ball gets thrown in Eureka 2.0's. Oh, shit. Morgar Terrorbrains did get killed, I think, by Earwax Slinger there. The Apothecary was used, bringing him back. Trey off now with it. Did you SPP for that? Sometimes weird what counts as a death. I feel like if the Apothecary has to get used, it should still count as like an injury, like a casualty at the very least. In one ear, just like sneaking in, and oh no, immediately getting served. Dark Elves are rapidly running out of players. Who's going to get to it first? It's going to be Submar, Morg back and forth. Chuck at a Troll can't end up with it. Round for the ball. Eureka 2.0 getting his lights knocked out. Rockcrack getting the same thing happening to him for the Dark Elves. Gutfang with the ball, already with a touchdown to his name today, dealing with Van Irish, who just immediately puts him down. Can't count Echo now with the ball. Oh, he gets stripped, but he picks the ball right back up. And Elf team, they are scrappy, and that's already halftime. Wow, this game has gone by super quick. Nothing permanent for the Orcs. Pretty on brand. Dark Elves got a few things going on, also pretty on brand, unfortunately. Some knockout players who aren't getting back in, but they have some served players who will be. I think both teams are still operating currently at the full 11-man on the team. It's going to be the Dark Elves again starting us off. And Sharpicus Fangir is electing to hold on to it. Oh no, it's the curse of offense once again. Sharpicus goes down. It's going to be up to Morgor Terrorbrain to scoop it up and just walk in the end zone. Touchdown number 3 for the Orcs. All 3 knocked out players coming back in for Dark Elves. It's good for them. Short kick. Sharpicus Fangir once again is the one to scoop it up, and he's actually moving this time past half field, but he is now surrounded by greenskins, and that's never where you want to be. The ball is dumped right into the hands of Badclaw, who's got plenty of support currently. Got a whole line of blockers moving up the field. Eureka 2.0 coming in from the back there somehow. Crazy. Heard it as soon as I said it, folks. It's fine. Badclaw is somehow managing to get out of that. He does have the blodge combo. Not going to help him here as he finally gets knocked down. Sharpicus Fangir has it. He's got a lot of support. Oh, and he gets free, and that's going to be touchdown for the Dark Elves. They're not out of this yet. Whole second half to play. And now they put the Orcs back on the defensive. Or sorry, they put the Orcs back on the offensive, and they go onto the defensive, which they tend to be quite good at. No roster changes on either side thus far. Short kick, gonna get in the hands of Morgsla. Oh, and a hole opens wide, letting a bunch of Dark Elves flood in. Count Echo scoops in. He has the ball. Lots of greenskins to get through, though. Oh, and he gets put down. Miles and Stabba going for it. Can't quite end up with it. Wara comes over, trying to get this ball out of danger. These two pieces with both strength 5 are really difficult to deal with, even for the Dark Elves. At strength 3. Org is just fighting it out. Outnumbered, but not outgunned. At least not yet. Whisper Reaper 2.0 finally going down to Chukka. Morg is just constantly being harassed by Dark Elves. Like a wolf pack here, chasing him down. They finally get him. And now there's plenty of Dark Elves to support moving this ball, or at least there was. Eureka 2.0, you need to do something with it. You've got the ball here. Dribbles and Morg now double teaming Eureka, but Eureka takes out Dribbles, so that's helpful. Let's get like a cinematic cam or something for a bit here, I think. Illuminati has got it as we watch the punch up here. I remembered why maybe the snow map wasn't the best one, because it is very bright. We might change. We might do the crypt or something. But here, Illuminati moving the ball up. He's got a blocker out of Count Echo. That's going to be a touchdown for him. Bringing this within 1 point to tie. I haven't even been watching the clock. We'll see how much time there is left. Oh, and that's the end. We were in overtime. Never mind. Pointy-eared Bandits making it a 1 point game, kind of slowing the lead down, but they are going to take the loss here to Degrin and Gidstompas. And yeah, that was our 1 and 2 team. So it looks like the Grin and Gidstompas are going to take the first place once again. It's actually pretty big. It's a big game. It's a big win. All right, let's take a look at these stats here for the Pointy-Eared Bandits. I think they played very well. They stayed mostly healthy, only losing a couple of people to injuries. MVP is going to Silas Longear. Well, at least she's getting some SPP out of it. That was the one that got injured right there at the beginning. Touchdown each out of Sharpkus Fanger and Illuminati. Both of these names I was seeing quite a bit, so that does make sense. 30 yards run for both of them, 34 on your Illuminati. Only 1 casualty reported from Earwaxlinger. It did give that casualty to her. Excellent. It just didn't show, weirdly enough, on the pitch while we were watching the game. But she does get credited for that injury that she caused that was then healed by the apothecary. So it doesn't count as a death, but it did count as a casualty. Interesting. A few knockouts, but I mean, it's really hard to keep the orcs down when you knock them down. I kind of wish we had... I wish blocks would show up. I don't know why they don't get reported or what this is supposed to be reporting. But it would be nice to see, like, are they at least knocking people down? Like, that's the kind of stat that I would love to see. Yeah, pretty solid. Let me get this. This is week 11. We're almost there, guys. Almost there. Game 1. Wow, I cannot spell. Week 11, game 1. Peb. And let me get the results here because I've been bad about that lately. Week 11, game 1. It's a nice close game to start us off, though. Going back to stats for Dugrin and Gidstompas, we got the MVP going to Grubnash Gouja. Didn't really see him doing much. Chuck a Troll with 3 knockouts, 2 for Spikes the Ball, actually getting in there and doing something. He's usually injured, so he hasn't really been of that much help. 2 touchdowns going to Murger Tearbrains. He's doing quite well. He's probably the best Blackwork we have behind the team captain. Morg Gutfang with a touchdown. A casualty each out of Morg and Morgsla. That's not confusing. A casualty and a kill out of Submar, one of the newer line works that we've got. Good for him. Solid stat line for the Orcs today. Injury-wise, nothing for the Orcs. Pointy-Eared Bandits, of course, we have the 1 death for Elf Bow. We've got a fractured leg for Pointus Maximus, which is just a badly hurt, and a Pinchner, which is just a badly hurt for Silas Longear. There are MVPs today. Going to move on to our second game, and a really interesting one. It is the Mr. Meeseeks versus Pappy's Nurglings. Both Nurgle teams, both having very, very different stories this season. The Meeseeks have struggled a good bit. But Pappy's Nurglings have been pretty consistently towards the top of the leaderboard. Got some permanent injuries here, but they also have some stat buffs. Look here. One stat buff, but we've got some level ups in there. I think we're gonna swap to the crypt. The snow is kind of nice and thematic for what's outside right now, but kind of hard to see things. So I'm gonna swap over to the crypt. Nurgle against Nurgle. Who is the better stinky boy? Well, let's find out right now. A win here for the Meeseeks could be big for them going up over against Pappy's Nurglings. I don't know if it will help them too much in terms of rankings, but you know, it's got to feel good about to go into playoffs if you're able to beat one of the better teams in the league. Whereas Pappy's Nurglings is fighting for one of those top spots. A win here for them would get them closer to that 1 or 2 seed and better positioning for the tournament bracket. And it's going to be the Meeseeks on defense first, probably giving them a better chance starting out. But we got both Beasts of Nurgle here going to be duking it out. Zeus has dropped back for the ball, and he has got it. Just making sure I didn't accidentally set this to player. But it's number 7 who's going to get on top of Ramses back there. It's just a big, slow scrum in the middle, while the ball carrier is left all on his own. Oh, it's number 9. Number 9 just needs to pick it up. That's a touchdown. Oh, but he pushes it out of bounds. You hate to see it. Ball back in play now. Almost picked up by Jonathan as he's running back to support. Ball's still in a great position for the Meeseeks to pick it up and make something happen. Ooh, number 9 got surfed for his effort a moment ago. Look at all that stank on the field, you guys. This is a nasty game. Blizzard is unfortunately really stupid. Oh, but he's woken up. It's Jonathan with the ball. Jonathan's doing quite well. Level 3 for him. Gormagalin or Gormaglin, level 5. You love to see it on him. Over 50 SPP, this player. Just doling out casualties and getting a bunch of touchdowns. Not the highest SPP in the league. I still think that's Morg. It's the highest. Number 8 has it. He's got a blocker who kind of almost screwed him there, but the Meeseeks are the ones to get the first touchdown here, going to be keeping them on the defensive side of the ball where they thrive. Definitely going to be tracking defensive versus offensive touchdowns next year, just for the sake of having that data. Actually, I think I'm going to track it during playoffs. It'll be easier to do that. And it's a short kick just behind the line, and number 11 immediately scoops it up. That's going to be a more difficult target to bring down. The Meeseeks going on the attack. Oh, but it takes Lizard, the other Beast of Nurgle, to knock down number 11. Ball is now on the ground in front of Lizard. Lots standing around from both teams, really. It's just kind of the pile up in the middle. Zim, the third, as the ball is going to be running into a bunch of Meeseeks. Zim, the third, getting knocked down. Ball is sitting at the midway point. Not much to say. Just a bunch of punching right there in the middle. Ball isn't really moving anywhere. It is changing hands. Well, I'm getting put down with authority. I will be very surprised if we see a single injury for both of these teams. Both have regeneration on everybody. Although it will be really funny if we do end up getting a kill and someone goes to the other team and it's like, it's just the same player, you just put on a different uniform. Nim the third once again with the ball in his hands. Oh, I may have spoke too soon. There's a smashed collarbone on number 4 there. And I think him sinking into the ground means that he did not regenerate out of it. So, yep, nope, that's a... oh, smashed collarbone and pinched nerve. That's a rough one. I spoke too soon. I'm so sorry. There's a smashed knee. Uh-oh. We are 30 seconds out of the end of the first half here. And it's just been... this is still the second drive. It's just been a long one. Not what you expect from a Nurgle v Nurgle game. Just like very slow on both ends. Just... and we are officially in overtime for the first half. Jonathan currently has the ball and he's got some space to run, but there's plenty of Meeseeks ahead of him. Oh. Some sort of Nurgle spell got used there, but it never tells us what it is or what it's doing, so I don't know. But I assume that was the Meeseeks because they are the lower team value, so they would have had some petty cash going into this. We are 20 seconds removed from a forced ending of the first half. I have finished my coffee and swapping to water. There we go. Okay, so it's gonna be Pappy's Nurglings, I think, going on the defensive this time since they received it beginning of the game. So it's going to be up to Mr. Meeseeks to really hold on to this lead that they have. And honestly, if they can just sit here and punch up like they did this whole first half, all they have to do is just stall. But of course, it would be better to get some extra points on the board for insurance. These Nurglings have to step it up a little bit on defense. This is where they're better, so we shall see. Although number 12 picks up the ball and immediately starts running. It looks like the Meeseeks are somewhat motivated today. But runs into a whole wall of stank and it is knocked down. Oh, if Henry picked that up, he was gone. Number 13 is dead. Henry is gone anyway. Getting a kill, letting him move. Can 14 catch him? No, not in time. We have a tie ball game. Honestly, even a tie here is great for the Meeseeks. That does bring to mind what's going to happen in the playoffs if we end up with a tie. I think we just reset and we go again for that game, right? I think that's the only thing we can do. Either that or we just literally have the managers roll off for it, but they'd have to be watching. I think so. Play until a win. Yeah, I think that's really the only way we can do it. Maybe we set up the game and have like a shorter, like we drop it down to like 4 minutes instead, so like 2 minute halves, and just play a shorter game. I'll think about that. I'll have a solution. I didn't consider that until right this second. Pappy's Nurglings showing us that they are the masters of the defensive side of the ball, getting 2 points in quick succession, putting them now in the lead. Number 11 is getting a casualty to his name back there, though. One dead Meeseeks and 2 injured. And going to be 1 injured Nurgling. Game isn't over yet, but for a slower team like the Meeseeks, it's going to be difficult. Oh, and they're rolling really stupid, letting Henry get better field position is not great. Zerlings ended up with it after kind of a slow plotting offensive there. Zim the third being surrounded by Meeseeks, though, he does get brought down. 2 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. It's back in the hands of the Meeseeks. 15 has got it. Henry is blocking his path. He doesn't have any easy way out of this situation other than to punch his way out, and he seems content to just wait. Team captain number 11 is coming back to kind of help out. Doesn't happen quickly enough. They are covering the ball. No one seems to be willing to take the chance to pick it up. Jonathan finally getting in there. Ball has moved slightly. Number 11 coming back to help out. Lizard trying to come in, but it's number 11 who gets his grubby little paws on it and moves it. Again, the Meeseeks doing a fantastic job. Get out of here, bot. Number 9 finally has it. Somebody has got the ball and he's immediately knocked down. Ball now in a great position for the Nurglings. Who's it going to be that's actually going to pick it up? Blizzard just going right by it. Looks like they're going to give it to Zim the third. He has been pretty good. Number 9 has ended up with it, and he is moving. We are finally getting some forward momentum for the Meeseeks. He should have gone wide here. Just let his blockers take care of this. Now he's all alone. "15 seconds left. Ball is on the ground." Ron Van Goddamn, the formerly 9 Inch Nails player, the Bull Centaur. Oh, and the ball goes down with no time left. That is going to be a win for Pappy's Nurglings, which I think we kind of expected. But for a minute there, it seemed like the Meeseeks had a chance. And they did better than I think most of us anticipated them to do. So, you never know, Nurglings. You better watch out if y'all end up playing in the playoffs, because that could have gone the opposite way very easily, I think. regardless, game 2 is in the books. You look at the stats for the Meeseeks. The MVP is going to number 11, the team captain. Lots of SPP coming his way for this game. And a casualty, 2 yards run. He picked up the ball at one point in time and then immediately lost it. The 1 touchdown goes to number 8, who also gets a casualty and 3 knockouts by himself. Doing quite well, even though he's only running 6 yards. Yeah, not a whole lot on this screen, but I still think that they played pretty well, considering who they were up against. Game 2. Injuries, we've got a smashed knee for number 1. Smashed collarbone for number 4. That's a tough one. Down to strength 2 is real bad. And then dead, number 13. Oh no! Player formerly known as Rukov has been slain permanently now. So he is out of the league. He was once a Knickknacks player. Unfortunate. For the Nurglings, only 1, and it goes to Franklin. He is badly hurt. Looking at their stats, their MVP goes to Zim the second, who I don't think I called on his name at all that entire game, so good for him, I guess. Touchdown each out of Henry and a Ramses. A kill going to Jonathan, as well as a knockout. A casualty going to Lizard. Yeah, both low stats because it was just a very slow, plotting, punchy kind of game. That will be an easy one to tally up all the stats for. Yeah, number 11 getting MVP is big. Moving right along. This is one I'm pretty excited for. We've got the Continental Crushers versus Gouda Game. Look at all that AV10 that they've picked up. Yeah, so like in playoffs for ties, we could do like 5-minute halves and just play until someone actually wins a game. All right. Skaven, Gouda Game. Lots of bodies, as one would expect for a Skaven team. Right, good luck, both teams. Gouda Game barely has the edge in terms of team value. Let's see what happens here. Time to cut the cheese? I mean, you know. Think of the company that you're in. Yeah, that's all I'll say. It's Gorg and Fatemaker staring each other down. You would think they'd put Jack up there. But Gorg is, I think, the highest SPP holder for the Rats. Ooh, and it's going to be Skaven on the defensive starting out. See if they can put their speed to use. The ball goes right to Makataka, who can't end up with it. Fatemaker is boneheaded. Not a good start. Makataka can't pick up the ball, but 0-2.0 certainly does. This game should feel like lightning compared to the last one. It is very sunny today, though. -1 to passing. We have seen the Rats do a little bit of passing. That could come into effect here. Right now, the Lizardmen are just trying to hold what they've got as the ball is deep in their own territory. The Rats are pressing in. Jack, you gotta get in there, my guy. Gouda, who's kind of become somewhat of a team mascot since he shares the name. On top of the ball carrier here, Jeff Jr. Oh, and Gouda getting an injury there. That's Actually, excellent. They are blocking off the ball well. It's just going to be an easy pickup for Gree, who's going to score it. That's going to put the Rats up by 1. Right back into the action. Well, at least they're giving the kick to somebody else. Jack making a move up to get right into these skinks here. The old 2-eye going for the ball, having trouble. It's been the story all season long for the Continental Crushers. Just getting the ball in their hands. Jack rolled Wild Animal, but he's free now. Duking it out with Victorsaurus. Oh, who's going to get injured? Jack taking out the team captain for the Continental Crushers. Jeff must be haunting. Yeah, exactly. Oh, but Fate Maker is in the mix here. I'd like to see these two go toe-to-toe and see who comes out on top. Gorg has ended up with it. One of the most scoring players in all the league. Fate Maker knocks him down. Fate Maker now fighting for it. Old 2-eye ends up with it. There's a bunch of rats. Fate Maker can only go through them so quickly, and he's walking away. Jeff Jr. coming back to support. He's boneheaded. Jack duking it out with Steve. Knocks him down. Ball is down. It's going to be Gree once again who picks it up, and that's going to be another touchdown for the Rats as there's no one to stop him. I think for these two teams, it's just going to be a matter of who can take better advantage of being the one who's kicking the ball. Because they're both capable of such quick defensive touchdowns. It's going to be Chomper who ends up with the ball. Gouda gets injured there, but the Apothecary was used, keeping him in the game, it looks like. Oh, it's going to be Gree once again. He's already got 2 touchdowns on the day, but he's getting stopped by Jeff Jr. and Chainbreaker. Oh, who gets this injury? It was Chainbreaker who ends up with it. Ball is passed right into the middle, almost right into the hands of Swiss. Getting knocked out by Zora. Jeff Jr. coming over and squaring off with Cott. Fate Maker in the backfield ready to assist. He's coming in now to help. Ooh, but Jeff kind of swooping in. No one can end up with the ball. Jeff Jr. has got it. He's getting caught by Cott. And Gorg and Rico. But he gets space and he's running. It's only Jack in front of him. He just needs to move. Oh, he ran out of movement. Gorg and Rico catch up to him. Jack is in support. Oh no, this could be bad for Jeff Jr. Oh, but Jack moves away. Jeff Jr. gets the space. He's running. Touchdown, Jeff Jr. That's what we love to see. Coming in and doing what his father couldn't do. Pick up the ball and score. One injury on both sides. There's plenty of rats to fill in. We're gonna have T-Brex kick it off, but they short it, so they're gonna give it over to Rico. Swiss is knocked out. We're still in very sunny. Now we've got 20 seconds left. That touchdown put the power in the hands of the Continental Crushers, who immediately tie the game. I think Skaven, until they score again, are on the offensive side of things, which is not generally where they want to be. Better kick there by T-Brex, actually making it to the other side of the field. It's gonna be Kree who picks it up immediately. Gouda just letting Fate Maker through. That was a mistake. Kree is gonna pay the price, I think. It's knocked down. 2 seconds left. No one's gonna pick this ball up, and we're gonna go to halftime. Zer 2.0 made an attempt at it. No roster changes. Skaven need to score here. If they can get one single offensive touchdown, they put them in a more comfortable place for themselves. Oh, Rico is in danger here. He manages to avoid the surf. Ball bounces out. Where's it going to end up? Back in Skaven territory. Jeff Jr. Is he the hero of the game? He's making his way. Ran out of movement. Old Two Eye is going to be the one to scoop it up and score. Uh-oh. This could be the start of the Lizardmen pulling away with this game. T-Rex getting good use out of that kicking leg. It was a deep kick this time. Making the Skaven fall back for it. Rico has got it. Bot is moving up to try and clear the way. Oh, it's Jack and Fate Maker, but Fate Maker is boneheaded. Your time, Jack. Strike. There we go. The Kaiju battle. It looks like it might be cut short unless Blue can save it. Oh, Fate Maker is the one who ends up on top, knocking Jack to the AstroTurf. Fate Maker moving in, but Kree's going to scoop up the ball, try to keep this drive alive. Moving the ball up. Run out of movement and run into a bunch of lizards. Oh, but he gets around. Is he going to try and give it to Gorg? That would be the play. Give it to Gorg and let Gorg run. He's got some support here. He's got some blocking. Oh, he does get taken down, though. Chomper has ended up with it. But Jack is close by, and other rats are there. Oh, this is your win condition here, Gouda game. You need this point. Benny is the only one there to stop them, but Nakataka and T-Brex are coming in to help as well. They do knock him down. Blue. Oh, Makataka is going to get it. Blue and Kot are there to maybe put an end to this. Oh, they push him away, and he gets some space. He's moving up. He does get knocked down. Blue has ended up with the ball. He's right there. He just needs a push. He just needs a push. Being cut off now by Chainbreaker. Oh, blue gets knocked out. It's just caught. Oh, and caught getting a broken neck. It might have been their win condition there. Akataka has it. Gouda coming in. Maybe the hero we need to save the day for the rats here. More rats are involved, but Makataka gets away. Sneaky bastard. Jack trying to get in front of him. Should be enough. No, they can't knock Makataka down. They're just pushing him around. They finally get him. Free has the ball. He's moving forward. Steve and T-Brex, though, are hard opponents to face. Jeff Jr. in the mix now. Mainbreaker coming over to help. Ball is on the ground. Who's going to get to it first? Blizzard Folk are just content to just play defense, as they should be. Rico now has the ball. 30 seconds left. Oh, now they got to try to play for the tie here, I think. Ball gets thrown right to Amer, who is all the way in the back. He's going to bring this ball up, but some rats are going to have to fall back in case something happens to him, and he's outnumbered here, but he gets some space. 10 seconds left. Amer knocking down Skink. Lenny peeling off the deal with Jack. It's just Amer in 0.0. Here 2.0. He gets space. He's got blocking from Jack. Go, Amer. This is going to make it a tie ball game. What a run. What a way to end it. Pretty good for both teams coming away from that with a tie. Oh man, if these two end up playing each other in the tournaments, this might be one of the best games of the season, honestly. Amer, the hero. Yeah, this one was fun to watch. I'm scared of the little tiny boys now. They're quick and they're hard to deal with. A true Amer hero. Amer for president. All right, we've got game 3. Let's take a look at those statistics. We'll start with good game. MVP going to Rico. Only one casualty going to Jack. He was involved, kind of. Touchdown going to Amer, the hero. 40 yards run, his one time touching the ball. 2 touchdowns go to Gree. Only running 14, so he just kind of opportunistic touchdowns there. A lot of, man, stats wise, it almost looks like nothing happened that game, but it was very eventful. Mental Crushers, we've got a touchdown out of Jeff Jr., the hero for their team, and a casualty and a knockout. 26 yards run for him. Great game for Jeff Jr., making his old man proud. Old 2i with a touchdown and 2.0 with a touchdown as well. Some knockouts, but only 2 casualties that stuck. So, solid game for both teams, honestly. Take a look at injuries real fast before we move on. Victor Soros has taken an injury. He'll be out next game. For Gouda game, we've got an injury for Gree. Put in some work. He'll be out next game. And a broken neck for Cod, who's going to drop him down to agility 2. Oof. I hate to see it. That's a tough one. Cora, the MVP. And Rico. Moving on to our halfway point of the evening, we've got the Bone Malones against the Brazen Bulls. Necromantic against Corn. Bulls slightly ahead in terms of team value. Let's see. But both are pretty much equal in terms of the leaderboard, so this will be a good game. They should theoretically match up well to each other. See if we have another banger like we had the last game. It's Rufus against Point de Ball and his Bony Boys. I think I got to give the edge on this one to the Bulls. This is kind of a tough team for them to deal with. Them being the Bone Malones. I think this is a tough team for the Bone Malones to deal with. And the Corn Demons team are on defense, starting us off. It's going to be Best Boy dropping back to pick up the ball. He does get it. And Rufus already making his way towards the ball carrier. Ooh, Best Boy does get set upon by one of the Throne Keepers. Now going to be moving up the field, but he's going to run smack right into Rufus, who's going to punch him down immediately. I'm going to try and clean house before somebody picks up the ball here. Oh, knocks down Too Cool to Goal. Injuring Sir Beats. Rufus is a menace. Cool Death Spoiler has the ball. He made a going for it roll. That's going to be touchdown number 1 for the Bulls. Nice and early. You already have an injury on the field for the Bone Malones, but I don't know if it's been given a chance to try and regenerate. So they might come back. Rufus getting matched up against He does get pushed back, which really only gives him some space. And now he's moving towards the ball carrier with nothing to stop him. Bane the Main is in trouble. Bane the Main is injured. Is that the same one? Or was it Sir Beats? It was Sir Beats, whose injury did stick. So we might have 2 injured whites on the field already. Rangus with the ball. That injury did stick. It did not get regenerated away. Bad mullet going down to a groin strain. I think that might have been again from Rufus. Our cool Death Spoiler has ended up with it. He's trying to get out of surfing territory, and he manages to do so, but he's got a bunch of undead around him. He does get knocked down. Dentist's best friend moving up. John Marston has ended up with the ball. Oh, he's just playing Red Dead. John Marston making some progress up the field, but he finally gets knocked down. The Visegrad Demon Fire picking it up. And getting knocked down. It's once again the Death Spoiler with the ball. Gonna make another attempt at it. Minute and 20 seconds left in the first half. Game has devolved into a mosh pit, as it so often does with this quarantine. Stone Rider managing to pick it up, but Rufus is on his tail. Not gonna let him get far. Oh, and he manages to get away. But not for long. Let's get knocked down. Zoltan Bloodmaster now has the ball. Getting no support from his team, but he should be enough to deal with the ghoul. And he's not. He gets knocked out. Oh, the too cool to ghoul. Putting in the work. Now Herm, the Flesh Golem, trying to deal with Zarkan Thronekeeper. But Ziggurat Demonfire now has it. He's moving up the field. Point the ball is going to try and catch him, but I don't know if he... Looks like he's having trouble. He runs it all the way to the house. It's a knocked out players, I think, for the Corn Demons, but the whites are down. Get a zombie knocked out here. 3 knockout. They had 5 people knocked out at once. Didn't seem like they were short on people, though. The Bulls keeping this pain train going. Can they make it 3 before the half? 20 seconds left, it's going to be difficult, but Imlan Thronekeeper showing some initiative, picking up the ball immediately. That's Boy coming over to stop the bleeding. He's got the ball now, and he's going to be making his way up. Point on the board here can be big for the Bone Malones before they go on the defensive next half. But you gotta deal with this big boy. One knocked out player coming back. And then 2 coming back for the other team. Now going to be the Bone Malones on the defensive. Let's see how they do. Gonna shank the kick and give it to Harry, right on the front line. Harry does get thrown down. One Thronekeeper picking it up, keeping the drive alive, but he's got 2 Flesh Golems to deal with while Rufus is dealing with zombies. Imlan getting some lucky pushes, though, just kind of getting some room, able to kind of make his way around. Finally getting knocked down. This is a good position for the Bone Malone. They just need to get the hands on the ball. It goes into the hands of Zarkan instead, who gets injured for his trouble. Again, ball still in a pretty good position for the Bone Malones. Just need to clear out a little bit more space. Come on, Thronekeeper. He's ended up with it. He's immediately brought down. It's now in the hands of the Flesh Golem. Zoltan Bloodmaster going down with a fractured skull. And has no one in front of him to stop him. Oh, but he gets caught. Well, can he get a lucky push here to get into the end zone? Doesn't need it. He gets knocked down. Krathul Death Spoiler now once again with the ball. Getting some room from Flesh Golem, who's about to get up. Ditch's best friend holding him in place. Gets another go at it. John Marston coming over to support. Can the Flesh Golem pick it up on the first try? He does! And a touchdown for the Bone Malones, making it a 1-point game. would say you don't see the Flesh Golem touchdown very often, but I think Erm and Herm actually have quite a few touchdowns between them, so they're doing quite well. A couple of injuries now for the Bulls, but they do have plenty of bodies on the sideline to replace them. Deep kick, making the Bulls have to run backwards for it. Harry is the one who scoops it up. Two minutes left to go in this game. All the Bulls need to do is stall, but another point on the board would be nice for insurance sake. Looks like Rufus, seeing red, moving his way up. Trying to clear the way perhaps, but it's just Harry and Bringus back here. Not a whole lot of help. Uh-oh. Ball looks like it might be picked up by John Marston here. If he can get his diseased hands on it, he finally does, and Bringus is just going to watch him go. It's a tie ball game. No further injuries for either side. Two knocked out players for the Bulls. Now it's anyone's game. Oh, Toes R Us knocking Rufus down. He's not hurt, but he does get stunned. So he's down for a little while. Bit of a slow start. Larry is going to be the one to pick up the ball. Rufus is back up. Oh, he rolls a wild animal, though. Larry is injured. Fractured leg, but I think he regenerates out of it, so he'll be back. He might not be back in this game, though. Herm has ended up with it, the Flesh Golem. That's a Rufus-sized job right there. Strip ball coming into play. Sigurd Demon Fire ends up with it. 30 seconds left. Getting knocked down by Herm. The Flash Golem standing strong. Herm has ended up with it. He's moving his way up the field. He is caught. He's a hard target to bring down. Both block and stand firm. Oh, he makes it! He gets the space and ambles his way in, knocking one down. An incredible play with 10 seconds left to go. I think this is the end here. The Bulls have to put on strong offensive showing here. Total of 1 minute and 30 seconds if they can keep the ball in their hands. And it's a deep kick that lands in the end zone. It's a perfect kick. They have to go back for it, and they could miss it. Ringus does end up with it. And Michael's right hand is in the backfield already, and Ringus has no support. And that's the end of the game. The Bone Malones come out with it with a surprise touchdown with the last 10 seconds left to go in the game. What a surprise. That, I did not expect that. Let's take a look at those stats for the Bulls. MVP going to Larry, who got hurt, but regenerated. He did nothing else. Touchdowns going to Sigrat Demonfire and Krathul Deathspool, who had the ball a lot of the time, just wasn't able to make any forward progress. Rufus getting 2 casualties and 2 knockouts. He gets at least that much per game, so he's playing the way he should be. Knockout from Mary, a casualty each for Imlan and Zarkhan, the Thronekeeper brothers. A knockout each for Bloodmaster and Deathspoiler. They put up a solid fight. They just think they needed to do more in the first half when they were on their preferred side of the ball. Taking a look at the Bone Malones. MVP for them goes to Too Cool to Ghoul. Got a pretty substantial knockout at a good time for the team. Touchdown out of John Marston, and Herm, both Flesh Golems getting a touchdown. Casualty going to Herm as well, and a knockout. Casualty each out of Mad Mullet and John Marston. Pretty solid showing for the Bone Malones. They've struggled a bit this season. They came out to play today. Injuries for the Bone Malones. We've got a badly hurt on Bane the Main and Sir Beats, both out the next game. That's tough. They're one of their better players. Raisin Bulls, Arcan Pitmaster, and Zoltan Bloodmaster, both out. A fractured skull for Zoltan, and just a badly hurt for Zarkan. A good game, brutal game for the Bulls there. Moving right along, we've got the 9-inch males versus Rathas Raiders. 2 teams who have struggled. See how this goes. Overwhelming team value advantage for the Chaos Dwarves here. So we'll see if the Henry team can get any help. My last my last prediction was wrong, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there that this should go to the Chaos Dwarves in terms of raw stat line, but we'll see. It comes down to the dice. Voluptuous Vlad and Raw staring each other down in the center of the pitch here. And we've got the kickoff from the 9-inch males. They are going to be on defensive, and it's a good deep kick. Watch this Lorenzo just walking past Raw, but getting caught by a couple other skeletons. Slowly taking down the front line. Jimothy has ended up with it. He's moving. It's a good sign. Jim the Salesman is there, but Chad, the Tomb Guardian, is also there. And Jimothy is moving the ball. Smartly going around. Making considerable progress. Is going to get a block here by Brad. Oh no, but he gets around. Up to Undulating Uther, Boisterous Bruno, and the Undertaker to do something about this pesky skeleton. Does end up going down. And it's Boisterous Bruno who's going to scoop the ball up. Sure Hands coming into play there, immediately picking that ball up. Now going to be dealing with some undead of his own. Timothy now with the ball. toe-to-toe with Ric Flair, who immediately puts him down. While sitting there, the Raiders doing a good job about just blocking the ball off from the Chaos Dwarves. But Voluptuous Vlad is going to run in there and sure hands that ball. Just suck it right up. But then immediately gets knocked down. All bouncing around as the Tomb Guardian's trying to end up with it. It's Zimothy who gets it. It's just Macho Man in the back. Macho Man moving too slow, I think. Isn't going to stop it. Oh, he does! Can Macho Man get the stop here? He can't. The Raiders getting a very rare offensive touchdown. Maybe I was wrong to say that this game should go to the Chaos Dwarves. Maybe I was wrong. No injuries thus far, just a knocked out player. The Raiders who is not getting up. Let's see how the Chaos Dwarves do now on the offensive. Ball back to kind of form a line, but then they don't. Leaving Toby from HR for 1v1 Bob. Ball is out of bounds and it gets thrown in, and actually genuinely a pretty great position for the Dwarves. They were in some dangerous territory there. Voluptuous Vlad pushes Taw into it, who ends up with the ball in his hands, but now has to deal with two Chaos Dwarves. Taw goes down. Boisterous Bruno sure-handsing that, picking it up. Now has to deal with Giga Chad. Undulating Uther coming in to support. Giga Chad going down. Undulating Uther is there to block. Boisterous Bruno is gonna make it a tie ball game. Yeah, Swords back on the defensive. Let's see if they can do a better job of it this time. They did quite well on the offensive. Maybe this will be one of those rare offensive games. Oh no, Macho Man going down to a groin strain, but the Apothecary is used to keep him in the game. Luscious Lorenzo versus Jimothy. Versus Fabia's back up. Jimothy is out of bounds. It's going to be surfed. Ball is thrown kind of neutral territory, really. Giga Chad is going to be the first one to have a chance at it. Voluptuous Vlad getting knocked out. Giga Chad does end up with it. Dank Duran getting knocked down. These guys need to kind of move down. Giga Chad's got all the room in the run. All the room to run in the world. He just needs to be activated again. Yeah, go Bob. Bob is probably my favorite Tomb Guardian to watch. He has been instrumental in keeping this team's dreams of getting something done in this league alive. Dank Duran is going to put us an end to the half here. We're going to go into halftime. All tied up, and I believe Chaos Dwarves is going to be on the offensive, so hopefully they can repeat what they had done the drive before. Hopefully they get Macho Man back in the game. Give them a little extra muscle here. They do put him back in. Ball is up. Short kick. Toby from HR is going to be the one to pick it up. Bob is on him. Oh, that's right. Dank Duran still has the bounty on his head, doesn't he? Chadhead's got it. Dealing with a bunch of adversity here. He does go down. Ric Flair badly hurt. The Skeleton and Tomb Guardian Horde pressing in. Skelly IE has got the ball, and that looks to be an easy touchdown for Rathas Raiders. Oh, there's a death on the field. I didn't see who it was. I haven't gone to the sideline yet. But it was a Chaos Dwarf. It's Boisterous Bruno. No, he got the touchdown earlier, and now he's dead. Voluptuous Vlad has the ball. Dank Duran is duking it out with Bob. Chaos Dwarfs just being put in the position they don't want to be, which is on the offensive. I mean, it worked out for them last drive, or last half, but now the Raiders are just taking them apart. Oh no. Feel really bad for this Chaos Dwarf team. They have had... Well, they're at the bottom of the leaderboards. They have had the roughest season so far. It's really unlucky because they should have. They've lost some Chaos Wars before. You have like the highest armor value. Yeah, it's just tough. Skeleton Horde is moving forward. Chad duking it out with Ferocious Fabio. I don't even know who got the kill earlier. They've had some of the worst dice against him, yes, for sure they have. Ferocious Fabio has it. Just kind of checking stats here. Those Tomb Guardians all being Strength 5 are actually really tough to deal with this Chaos Dwarf team. Their only Strength 5 player is the Minotaur, and he's had some tough times. Jim the Salesman, though, finding a hole, moving up the field, still having a bunch of skeletons to deal with, and he finally goes down, knocked out. The ball at least did get into enemy territory for a little bit. It's now Law with the ball, who has some blocking. Like scrolls are getting used to give the dwarf some extra movement, but it doesn't matter because Law can just get away. Oh no. I think that's probably a nail in the coffin. Glad Priya isn't watching. Oof. From HR. holding on to the ball. Maybe just looking to wait some time and get this game over with. Oh, and he gets killed for his trouble. Brad, the Tomb Guardian, is gonna take that touchdown. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to look back through the schedule and just see. I mean, because obviously they've won 3 games, but were those like blowouts or was it really close? I want to go back and look. I don't think these Castors have had a good game at all this season. And Dwight, assistant to the regional manager, just sadly trying to pick up the ball, but that might be a mistake, considering one of his friends has already bit the dirt today. 2 of them actually have bit the dirt today. Yeah, now I kind of feel bad too. Like, can we mercy rule this? Kevin's chili being splattered on the ground once again. He's been hurt so many times this season. Dwight's down. Dad is gonna try and pick up the ball. He gets it. 2 seconds left. Touchdown. That's gonna put an end to this game. Going up by 5 is just... it's just bullying at that point, man. Oh man, I think there's probably another injury that I didn't see. I think a bull centaur is down too. All right, let's take a look at those stats. 9-inch males. What do you got here? Dank Duran ended up with the MVP. The 1 touchdown going to Boisterous Bruno. Rest in peace, Boisterous Bruno. Tried to make something happen for his team, and he died for his effort. Oh man, look at all these zeros across the board. Tough game. These dwarves. By all accounts, that should have gone the opposite way. Having that problem where it's like stuttering, so I might have to restart the game here in a second. Okay, Wrath's Raiders. MVP going to Nah. Good for them. Touchdown for Chad, Brad, Raw, Law, and Zimothy, and Skelly. 2 casualties for Brad. It was Law and Taw both who got a kill in that game. Yeesh. No injuries. Wrath's Raiders walking away from that scot-free. There's 9-inch males are burying some bodies. Toby from HR is gone. Boisterous Bruno, gone. Bull Centaur, injured. These Bull Centaur, man, I don't know what the CPU does with these Bull Centaurs. They're not getting any SPP. They're not getting touchdowns. It's just awful. Maybe this team is cursed for the CPU. I don't know. Badly hurt for the Bull Centaur. And Kevin Shilly also badly hurt. For our MVPs. Yeah, give me 1 second to only won their games by one. Well, yeah, they haven't had a good like blowout game for the whole season. Give me just a second. I'm going to restart the game here because it's doing that stuttering thing. All right, and we're back. We should be good to go now. Go. Next up, two more games to go. We have Dumpet Loire versus the Knickknacks. This should be another pretty good game here. The Undead team here at the beginning was kind of a terror for everybody. They have taken a few losses, but they're still very good. Got a lot of SPP on their team. And the Knickknacks, while they've been kind of floating around towards the middle, they are a very dangerous team to go up against. They hurt you pretty bad. They usually leave every game with something of a body count. They're chaos. They are kitted out to hurt you. Team value going the way of Dempete Law, but we'll see if that makes any difference here as we launch into Game 5 of Week 11 here. It's going to be Dempete Law on defensive first. Gregory Stevens falling back to pick up the ball, having some trouble with it. Finally manages to pick it up. Front line is starting to fall apart though, but they're making some progress, getting close to midfield. It's going to devolve into a big mosh pit here as everyone gets involved. Gregory getting knocked out. Ball is in fantastic position for Depete-Loire, but Skriel ends up with it. Skriel's leveled up a couple times, level 4 now. Oh, Brog the Impaler looks like he may have been injured, but the Apothecary was used there. He's just stunned. He'll get back up in a moment. Real getting knocked down. It's going to be in the hands of Lasarine, who's just going to take it in. I can't click on people anymore, unfortunately, but that's okay. Touchdown for Depete-Loire. I think in terms of stat lines, we should see Depete-Loire take this game. But I expect the Knickknacks to kind of make them pay for it. So we shall see. A perfect kick into the end zone. Gonna have to fall all the way back for it. Honestly, I think if you kick that ball out of bounds, you just kind of hope it ends up in a better place is maybe a better way to play this. Oh no. Oh, he gets the blocking he needs. Agasso being in your way is kind of terrible for anyone. Gary managing to knock down Agwe. Filame now, one of the most dangerous players in the league currently. Dan Petro is dead. He's died before, folks, so let's see if he stays dead. I wish I had a tracker of how many times a player has died. Oh, and he regenerates. He's fine. It's fine, everybody. It's fine. He'll be back next drive. Jerry gets pushed. Strip ball coming into play there. See if that fixes my ability to click on people. Does not. I just need a little nap. He's fine. He's fine. Son of Rukov is making some progress. Jerry is going to pick up where he left off. There's no one else in front of him to stop him. It's going to be a tie ball game. The Knickknacks managing to get an offensive touchdown here. No lasting roster changes so far. Not give kick to somebody here. Give kick to Murgar. So even if you give someone the dedicated skill for kicking, they're just gonna fucking have the Minotaur kick it. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Ugh. The AI on this sometimes is wild. Knickknacks crushing it on defense so far. They've got the ball in enemy territory. How can they get enough space to do something with it? It goes down, but it's still in fantastic position for them. Ross is struggling to pick up the ball, finally manages to get it. Yeah, I would really love to be able to dig into it somehow. I've said this before, but I can see it in the database tables. And I can see values for like different types of AI, but I don't know what changing any of those values or removing any of them would do. And that requires a level of testing that's deeper than what I can just what I have time for right now. Oh, pitch invasion. Big pitch invasion. Lots of people down on both sides. I think that hit the knickknacks more. Might give Tempête the room that they need. Son of Rukov and Skrill are both down, so it's just Murgar and Basher in the back. Oh, but Skrill manages to get up. Basha is going to come over and stop. And now Marasa is going to be flooded. Oh. It may not matter if he can get some lucky pushes like that, though, and he does. And he gets some blocks. Wow. Incredible. That's just luck of the dice right there. And that's going to take us into halftime. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. What a way to keep things nice and even. Yeah, he did. He just... That was impressive. Marasa, give that man the MVP for this game. But they still have a whole other half to get through, so... Now they're playing into a primarily defensive knickknacks. They're getting swarmed. Well, can't get out when you're totally surrounded that time, can you, Marasa? And Petra, the other white, is down as well. Skrill with the ball is going to be harried by some zombies and some skeletons. Oh, but he's in a tough place. Locked against the sidelines here. He could get surfed, and he does. Where's the ball going to end up? Honestly, in fantastic position for the knickknacks if they didn't double back there. Now Tempête is going to have a great field position as they get into enemy territory and deep into enemy territory at that. Double going for it, somehow manages to stay on his feet as he's being pushed around. And Kaku here doesn't have block. He's just getting really lucky. Kaku finally going down and getting injured, but regenerating from it. Son of Balrak has ended up with it. So knocking down Philomé. No small feat, but now he has to deal with a white. Don Petro coming in. And Murgar need to get in there. Rob the Impaler needs to get in there. The AI guy just doesn't know what to do with the big guys sometimes, it feels like. Chuck of the Troll gets in there. The Flesh Golems get in there. But Minotaurs? I never see them doing anything. It seems to be kind of the same thing with the Rat Ogre. They want to play back for some reason. All bouncing around. Oh, Marasa finally going down with an injury. He has +1 armor value as well. Balrak has it. He's making his way. Lassarian can't keep up with him. That's going to put them up by 1. A little more than a minute and a half left to go. great deep kick. Minute and 30 seconds. Let's go to cinematic camera here. Marasa contemplates what to do, but Grog is gonna get back there. He was the hero a minute ago. Can he be the hero again? Jerry goes down. Kalfu is back there. Oh, he walks away. Just a one-on-one versus Marasa and Grog again. Oh no, and he goes down. Could this be an easy touchdown for Grog? It bounces out. Where's it gonna end up? Bloodbowl scoops it up. 50 seconds left in the game. They are making progress. We're just gonna follow the ball carrier here. Ball is on the ground. It's Son of Rukov who ends up with it. They just need to hold. They don't need to put a point on the board, but they can if they want. Looks like they might have what they need to do it. They just need a few more lucky pushes like that. Oh, he goes down. Ball is immediately in the hands of Gregory Stevens. Marasa getting surfed over there. Ball's on the ground. 13 seconds left. It's in the hands of a skeleton. Not the greatest person for it. 5 seconds left. If he gets knocked down, this game is all but over. Skrill getting knocked out, and there it is. That's the end of the game. The Knickknacks taking the win over Tempête, just out punching the Necromantic team here, or the Undead team, sorry. Undead, not Necromantic. Bone Malone turned Necromantic. Yeah, most of our games have been like 1-point games today, so. That one felt quick, also. Like, that went by so fast. Looking at those stats for Tempête Loire, MVP is going to Ged. Should have gone to Marasa. Marasa with a touchdown and 54 yards run, all on his lonesome, recovering from an injury. A reception from Dan Petro. He must have caught a kick or something. Stat line wise, yeah, it's actually not that incredible. Lots of zeros everywhere, but still put up a good fight there. This is. Take a look at the Knickknacks, however. We've got MVP going to Jerry and a touchdown to him as well as a knockout. 38 yards run, 2 touchdowns to Son of Balric, 40 yards run for him. Casualty out of Basha, 2 casualties out of Charles Litzbit. We don't call his name out very often, so excellent to see him getting some punching in. And then all of the new Beastmen they've picked up just sitting on the sidelines. They didn't have to get involved here. This is right. Knickknacks walking away from this injury-free. So do Tempête Loire. They regenerated from everything. Excellent work for both of these teams. And that will bring us to the last game of the evening. We've got Mythics versus Midnight Maulers. Again, I think this is a very excellent game that we'll be seeing here. Midnight Maulers, I think, has the edge. The Vampires have honestly become one of my favorite teams to watch. They're very stylish. But maybe the Mythics can keep up with them. And it's a classic red versus blue game here. away we go. Win here could be big for the Mythics, kind of jumping them back up towards the middle. They're kind of trending towards the bottom right now. These vampires are difficult to deal with. The only thing is the Mythics is a whole team of relatively solid players, whereas the Midnight Maulers have a team of 5 incredible players and 6 really not so great players. They are going to be on defensive first. It's a very short kick just behind the front line. Loha gets pushed into it, moving the ball even closer. Leo getting knocked down and using the apothecary early. That does not bode well. Loha's going to pick it up and try and make some forward progress here. Definitely need to make use of their speed. Oh, getting some space. Running around. It's not enough. They get knocked out. Bait Basher now with the ball. Both teams being a little conservative here, not sending everybody in. BB has ended up with the ball. Has a lot of vampires to punch through. Gonna try and run around them. A bunch of ladies falling back. Oh no, Phoebe is down. Wait, Bait Basher got injured there. Phoebe injured Bait Basher. Now Pastula now is ended up with the ball. He now has the Blodge combo. He is a difficult target to bring down, but a lot of these ladies actually have tackle. So that's going to negate that dodge. Ball is in place. It looks like it's going to be Sacrifice Sam who tries for it, but pushes it back in the right direction for the Mythics. Oh, Phoebe this time is getting badly hurt. Sacrifice Sam. Gives her the business. Pelican has now ended up with it. We haven't really seen much from Pelican, honestly. She just kind of tends to be there, but maybe this is her time. Does have catch and dodge. She goes down immediately as soon as I start talking about her. Commentator's Curse. But these ladies are in perfect position. Aurora now has the ball, just needs a lucky push from Draxacula. She gets knocked down. Isis now with the ball. She gets knocked down. Ball in the hands of one of the vampires now. But there is lots of Amazon there, and he is in a dangerous spot. He gets surfed, and he does. Ball is now in a perfect position for the vampires to make something happen with it. What did you have there? Nothing special. He just got pushed and they didn't follow up. Pete has got the ball. He only has block, not block and dodge. Now Cleo has it. Oh, slips on the going for it roll and gets injured. That's awful. Aurora with the ball. Charlotte Tom is being blocked. Aurora going for it and scores. First one to put points on the board here. And an offensive touchdown at that. Although, when the drive goes that long, it kind of breaks down. One injury so far for the Amazons. Maybe two, actually. 2 injuries. The other one didn't process yet. It's now the Amazons who are on defense. Using their speed to their advantage here. It's Athena and Draxacula Oh, and then a bunch of ladies. Oh, Trawler Tom. Was that a dump off? Oh, he didn't have dump off. Trawler Tom just happened to pick it up as it knocked out of Draxacula's hands. Britannia now with the ball. We really like this in a post here. Right around midfield on that side. See all the blood stains that have happened there. Tania does go down. Ball is now free in the middle. Count Blitzula has it. Ball bounces around a couple times and ends up in the hands of Athena. They're now in overtime for the first half. The Mythics are going to score. They need to make it happen. But with two vampires bearing down on you, that is tough to do. One injury and a bunch of knockouts for the vampires. Two injuries for the Mythics, but people on deck as we move into the second half. Amazon still on the defensive. Pitch invasion there. Kind of hits both teams equal, it looks like. Oh, and a quick defensive touchdown here is in the works. Oh, but Count Pastula, never mind. Kind of saving the touchdown there. It's still only a one touchdown game. And a lot of fighting. Sakula has the ball. Aria has been knocked out. Britannia getting stunned. Loha stunned, but Aurora and Acosta are on the ball carrier. Aurora getting knocked down by Draxacula. He's just soloing this whole team. Pushed is electing to just stay there, I guess, for the support of Pete. Now he's got a bit of a blocker if he goes around. Oh, he's just luring the Amazons in. Like a spider in his web, perhaps? Or is this going to be a bad idea in the long run? You're just fighting it out. Cinematic cam for the mosh pit. Sakula gets some space. And just isn't electing to do anything with it. Almost like the vampires think they're the ones with the touchdown. Stalling for time so much. Loha has ended up with the ball. Gonna run into Sanguine Sanders. Swapped this camera here. Loha is moving around, but Sanguine Sanders didn't get knocked down. Morty Meatshield is gonna be the one to stop her. Pete coming over to support, and Lunchmeat Larry. Loha still managing to get some space, and this could be touchdown number 2 if the vampires are not careful. Finally knock her down. It's gonna be Lunchmeat Larry holding the ball. Give it to Count Pastula. I'm surprised we haven't seen any passing from the vampire team. They've just been busy punching Amazons. Back to this camera here. Lunchmeat Larry gets knocked down. Loha, oh, scoops it up and scores. It's too easy when it's right there. Worst case scenario for the vampires. Still one injury. Wow, look at all of those knocked out players who are not getting back in the game. Amazons at full strength. We are injury prone. I mean, considering it's only been 2 so far, it's not the worst. Done pretty well. And with 1:15, I think another touchdown here is just, yeah, Loha. That's number 2 for her. And that, I think, is the ringer. We're just playing for stats at this point. Only 2 getting back in. It really is. It really is. They've done very well on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, even getting a touchdown from being on offense today. Short of that kick, so they're going to give it to Draxacula. The Vampires make something happen. Even though it might be too little too late, they can at least put a point on the board here. They are swarmed. They've started to run out of meat shields. Ball is down in a very protected location. Ball gets knocked out. Let's see where it goes. Deep into Amazon territory, and Thea is just going to pounce on it. Draxacula got surfed. "30 seconds left to go. Ball is on the ground. Blitzula now has it. Blodge combo. Ten seconds left. The ball is just sitting on the ground. Maybe both teams are just content to let the clock run out here and just end this game. And they are. That will be the end of it. A 3-0 win for the Mythics. Against one of the tougher teams in the league, so that's a good win. And there it is, our final game of the evening in the books. Let's take a look at those stats real quick, and then we will hop on out of here. The Midnight Maulers. MVP going to Draxacula. That's good. He's already got lots of SPP. 36 yards run. Not really able to do anything with it. 1 casualty going to Sacrifice Sam. The only other casualty was self-inflicted, so they don't get any SPP for that. Yeah, pretty unfortunate game for the Midnight Maulers in terms of stats. Not getting much of anything done. They do walk away with an injury, a pinched nerve for Bait Basher. Mythics, badly hurt, and a badly hurt for Cleo and Phoebe, but they will be back in week 13. Their stats here: 2 knockouts for Hera, MVP going to Isis, and touchdown for Aurora, 2 touchdowns for Loha. That's kind of my MVP there. She was everywhere she needed to be. 34 yards run for her. 1 casualty from Phoebe, who then got hurt herself. Solid game for the Mythics. All right. And with that, that will end this evening's games. Some good ones here. I will go through and I will update the scores here momentarily and just go ahead and get the rankings out there. And then I've got to do some stuff to get ready for this week. Got to do some cleanup around here. But I will be getting to the stats as quickly as possible. Maybe try to do it not tomorrow than Tuesday and try to get them in earlier in the week. Wednesday, hopefully at the latest, but we'll see how things go. But thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you here again for week 12. Only three more games to go before we dive into playoffs. Reminder, if you haven't voted for the playoff structure, make sure you do that, managers, if you're in chat. Please and thank you. And I will see you here next time.